Eddie Howe admits Newcastle have got it all to prove as they try and qualify for the Champions League. Newcastle are currently third, 3 points ahead of fifth place Tottenham, and they have played a game less than Spurs.
I think there's a growing belief that we're getting back to our best form after a difficult period around January time where we were a little bit frustrated with ourselves in the Premier League. I think the Wolves win, I've said, was a big moment for us. It got us back to winning ways. We've backed that up to 3 really tough games in 6 days last week that were, it was a big test for us mentally, physically, came through it. Yeah, and now we go into what I see as the last set of games this season. But a big test to come, nothing's decided, we've got it all to prove.
Obviously we saw the return of the Champions League this week, and I know you've said before that the fans should dream. Did you watch any of the games? Did you allow yourself even a slight moment of imagining what the Champions League music would sound like at St James's?
I did watch the games, or some of the games, as I always do because I'm interested in football and tactical side. It definitely wasn't a watch looking at next year because that's too far away and there's too much that can happen, but it was a look to the tactical side of the game, which I'm very interested in.
So Newcastle in a great position to qualify for the Champions League, and Howe thinks where they finish will say a lot about their summer transfer business.
A couple of websites have linked you with Declan Rice this week, saying the club's had talks or whatever behind the scenes. I know you won't talk about actual names, but that bracket of player at 80, 100 million, whatever it'll be, are you in the market for that kind of player, or can you sign that kind of player in the summer? Does it depend on Champions League? Because we've seen Liverpool rule themselves out of Bellingham this week.
That's a difficult question to answer. Look, we want to try and build the best squad that we can. I think a lot will probably depend on what competitions we're playing in next year as to what we can and can't do. So
if there's a transformational signing at 100 million, do you think there'll be capacity to do that? And I know it depends on the various variables, but would it be something you're prepared to do, put a lot of eggs in one basket kind of thing?
I think we'll always try and gauge it on every situation. So I think our strategy last summer was to try and find quality players for the positions that we needed, not bring in a host of players that don't necessarily improve our starting 11 or our squad. I don't think our strategy will change. We want elite players because we've got an elite squad. So if we do add anyone in, they've got to be better than the players we have.